Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. It's a new year, it's the second week of that new month of that new year. And today we're going to be starting out with something new, but something old for some of you who've been following me for a while. I believe about 2 years ago, I did a style challenge with an OC. And this year I decided to just dust that off and redo the style challenge. Only with different OCs and different styles. It'll be 15 styles, so that means there'll be 14 other videos along with this one. Total of 15 altogether. In this video, I'll be taking on the style used in Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, released last year in July 27 by Nickelodeon, with development by Ant Ward and Andy Siriano. The concept art, the character designer is Andy Siriano. So this is more like a sort of literation of his style, but from the show. So first we start out with my character Maria. She's the sheriff in this webcomic I've been trying to do more or less. The first part of it was I really just like starting with the eyes first, though I wasn't necessarily getting the sort of effect or the shape that I wanted to get. So I just kept on trying over and over again, and then I realized maybe it's just a brush that I'm using that's kind of messing me up. So I went in and made a new brush, and here we are now, just making the shapes. And her eyes were kind of really hard to get. So I just kind of did one and then the other. That very funny artist meme of not being able to draw the other eye was there. Very hilarious, yes I know. So the next part was her ears, and just have them standing up like that. Then her little scarf, and her original design, she just has like a little handkerchief, and then she has a poncho. So with this one I decided to just do like a sort of handkerchief poncho combination, like the one that was used by Clint Eastwood in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I thought it was a very cool style. So then here we got me drawing her holster, and then her pants, and her boots. Her boots were kind of hard to get too, so I had to double it again. And then the guns are hard to draw, but sometimes we just have to draw things we're not very good with in order to get better at them. And that's one of the things I think I need to improve on, is drawing guns. And I think it's very important because she's a sheriff. She's using her gun a lot. So here I am just going through and adding some more details, finding a couple things. And then here's Father Hetric. He's a very nice, funny fellow. He's her best friend, actually. And he's a priest in the town that she's the sheriff of. And probably one of her more better understanding friends, too. Because I feel like he's a bit of an oddball himself. And I think that's why they get along pretty good. So for his body shape, I was kind of not really sure what to do, other than I should just give him an arch back, maybe have him a little bit more feminine looking than her, because he is actually very effeminate compared to her. So in this clips we're going to be going through adding the heavy shading and a couple other things that I like to add, like the little eyelid shine. I wasn't super sure about the ear shade, so I just took it off. He's supposed to be a golden retriever, and I thought that would like make him not look like a golden retriever, and that's why I took it off at the end. Maybe I'll be able to like sort of incorporate it into another design at some point, but right now I don't think it didn't fit him that well in this one. So I think my favorite part here actually is just doing the heavy shading in the black. I don't normally add color to the drawings I do because I feel like that's probably my weakest point is coloring, and that's why I usually just like stick to just keeping the shading and everything like that. But I think it turned out pretty good in the end result with the coloring, but the shading is always good. I feel like that's probably one of my stronger suits, is like the heavy black shading. Now in this one I'm not super sure how to add the shading to him, so I was just like playing around with a couple of things, and then I figured out what I should do. It's just neck and underarm. And because I feel like with him it would have been very easy to just do an overkill of all black. But I thought, well, he's supposed to have some color. That's one of the main reasons why I like this particular style. And now you hear me just like picking colors from stills and shots that are from the cartoon. And I settled on one of them, and I thought that was a very good shade. And then I added the highlights, because that's one of the things I really like in the cartoon was the very vibrant colors. And also it has to do a lot with the shading and the pick of how they were highlighting in the colors. So it didn't really take me as much with him, because I know he's a golden retriever, he's yellow. You gotta give him a nice little orange tinge and a nice little brightness. Now, here we go. Maria was a little bit more difficult because I picture her as a gray cat, but then I always kind of just draw her black and white, so I sometimes forget that she's supposed to be a gray cat. And I was having a lot of difficulty trying to figure out, like, what is her coloring? I've never really considered what her sort of palette is until recently, until now. And I thought, well, she's got a lot of nice, cool colors, because I feel like that's part of her personality, is that she's very chill, she's very cool, and she's like kind of aloof too. So I thought she'd have cool colors. And I thought that fits good in the world and in the color palette used in the show too. And I think this was probably one of my, I know I've only started, but I like this so far. I like her little scarf and poncho combo there. I think it's like very rustic, or it's very cool is what I'm really saying. Then we got our little vest there. I added the buttons, though I'm not super sure if that is something that would be used in the style of the cartoon, probably. But I was looking at April. She's got a very simplistic design, even though her jacket looks like there's more to it than what's being shown. And then her tail. Tail's originally black, but I thought, oh, well, I already got too much black going on. Okay, here's the originals. That's the sketch, and then the lining, and then after that is going to be the final colors. And there we go. Well, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to make another one maybe next week, or maybe next month. It really just depends. I don't want to work myself too hard at the beginning of the year. Thank you for watching.